whether we travel or not, we will celebrate the holidays and celebrate virtually with our families. We can see them physically. It's all parts of the fun and the realities of today. But now let's do AFEX, and we can see that in the last trading week, which ended on June the 26th, we saw mixed performance across key indicators. Turnover rose by 61.50%, closing the week at 5.74 billion naira from 3.56 billion naira in the last week. Number of deals traded rose as well by 64.26%. Number of deals traded rose by 89.47%, closing at 180. We witnessed a rise in the AFEX Commodities Index as it rose by 0.14%. However, there was a decline in the AFEX Export Index as it dropped by 0.02%, falling to 228.64 from 228.69 in the last trading week. The volume of contracts traded, we saw increased volume across maize, and looking at the prices now, price across export commodities, we look at sesame, sorghum, ginger, wheat. These crops maintained their prices. You can see ginger there unchanged, 986 naira, maize 273 naira, and soybeans there 334 naira 79 kobo. Now looking at others, we see paddy rice was down 0.40%, at 335 naira 94 kobo, and cocoa also was down 0.12% to close at 1,885 naira 61 kobo. Also, we see there that cocoa 612 naira 26 kobo, and that's a major of the grain commodities on AFEX there. But now we have another conversation, and we have joining us for that conversation. Do remember, you can always get more on AFEX if you go to their website. I'm sure Taiwo Williams, who's joining us from our Abuja studio, will give us that. That's the address. You can join AFEX to get more information. Now, let's talk about data. We know that in today's interconnected world, access to timely and accurate data is crucial to everyone, including farmers, traders, investors. It helps to make informed decisions. Market participants rely on analysis and interpretation of market data to make trading decisions, and data enables live monitoring of market trends and competitor price decisions, analyzing historical data and staying up to date with the latest information on crop yields and supply-demand movement. Investing in data has become very crucial to making agriculture more accessible. This is what Taiwo Williams joins us to discuss. Taiwo, good morning and happy holiday to you.
Hello, Ini. Happy holidays. Thank you for having me.
Good to have you. So now we've seen the importance of data. It cannot be overestimated. But give us some specific scenarios when it comes to data and agricultural commodities market and how it affects decision making.
Yes, you're very right. Access to data and information, well, accurate and adequate data and information demystifies the agricultural commodities space. Now, we have seen that it creates an avenue for intelligent and insightful information for every member, every participant across the value chain. For one, it helps them to make better decisions on pricing, and better decisions on volumes, on how to value their commodities, and also how to manage risk and supply chain. Going forward, it also helps them to be able to identify opportunities in the market when it comes to dealing with investors. And from the investor perspective as well, it helps manage, it helps with management of inventory, and it also helps with their management of their pricing and their, interacting with platforms such as AFEX, which provides these commodities for them with price discovery and factors such as that. Thank you.
Obviously, the AFEX deals in data and sharing data among all of these relative stakeholders. But how do traders and investors use this to make informed decision in the agricultural commodities market?
Okay, so from both sides of the value chain, we've seen that there is an importance of accurate data. It helps them to understand the market fundamentals, which is the supply and the demand dynamics. It also helps them to monitor price trends. So from the production aspect, it also helps them to understand the production levels, inventory management, and it also helps them to understand weather conditions. And these are three key factors that influence the quality and the quantity of output in the agricultural commodities space. Also, vitally, it helps to de-risk the commodities market. One thing that we have seen is that an issue with agricultural commodities is the risk involved in investment. So access to this data, this real-time data, helps them to understand the risks involved, but also to track the conversation going forward. So these are some of the key ways that traders, investors alike, can also manage data and information and going forward.
But how available is real-time data really in the sector?
Well, it depends on where you find it. FX really tries to make this real-time data available to every single participant across the value chain. Let's take, for example, if you didn't have up-to-the-minute data as a trader, you would have to, as a farmer, go to the market, make your own survey, probably make decisions that are one-sided. And we understand that some of these decisions don't take into context the most recent market events. And even from the side of the investors, you would need to be able to have your options with you, right? To make decisions when it comes to agricultural commodities, you need to be able to access multiple selling points and also multiple commodities. Now, this enables investors to be able to make a richer and more holistic decision. And how these are made available, and we'll probably discuss that going forward. FX has different platforms on which we report data directly from the users, from those involved in the production angle to the final consumers of this data and information.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you exactly how FX or some of the initiatives available through AFEX to make this real-time data available to both the traders, the farmers, investors, and all of that. Okay,
so all of FX's systems are fed data directly from user activity. From the production side, the farmers and their activities are captured by our outreach officials. These agents are spread across the nations and even to each community where AFEX has farmers represented. And also in the warehouses, for the warehouse activities, the warehouse managers represent this information, and both this information is reported on our platforms in-house, analyzed and processed and released as information to the public. And also for trading activities. So the trading activities are captured on FX's commodities exchange trading platforms. And we have seen that from these trading activities, prices, volumes, and values, turnovers of these daily transactions are recorded, and they are interpreted and released to the public. So some of the other platforms that we use, as you mentioned earlier, africaexchange.com, our websites where we release daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly reports on price, on volume, and on turnover of our commodities traded within the exchange. We also try to release some of these reports on our proprietary trading application, ComX, and we also send these reports as newsletters to every registered user. We also try to release regular periodic reports, most notably our crop production survey, which we release once a year, that gives information on historicals, on actuals, and on forecasts for crop production within this space. Additionally, we do social media. We release some of these reports on our Instagram handles, on Twitter Spaces. We have Zoom sessions and also platforms like this where you, Ini, have graciously invited us to speak on some of these issues.
Yeah, thank you for taking up the invitation. We appreciate it. Taiwo Williams, Associate Corporate Partnerships with AFEX. Enjoy the rest of your holiday.
You too. Thank you very much.
Let's take a breather. In the midst of that, we'll tell you what World Bank is saying about the removal of petrol subsidy in Nigeria.